You read the questions.
Hello there, and we are live.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Kim
This is
Russo live
exciting.
again.
Good to see everyone here. I hope everybody could join us more than last time, since a lot of people were at work last time.
Yeah.
You know, I think we had an overwhelming amount of people turn out
We had like 10,000 people during the show itself.
at,
and
at
we
2
had
p.m. in the afternoon on a work day,
On a work day.
here in New York. So that's pretty exciting.
It's crazy.
It's good. It's good. It's all good. I'm so grateful. I wanted to just give everyone an opportunity. I'm so sorry for the fans across the world, in Australia and the UK, who I know it's their bedtime right now, and I know you couldn't be with us. I really apologize, but maybe one day I'll do it at midnight. Who knows? Just to have you guys tune in. I'll try my best. But the responses have been amazing. I have been looking at some of your questions during the day, because I had told you to post some questions,
Yeah.
and that we'll get to them. Of course, as you know, I won't be able to get to everyone's question, but I will do as many as I can. This will run about 1 hour. So I ask you a few things. I ask, when you try to tune in to Skype, when you log on to Skype, you have your camera on,
Yes,
turned on.
Please.
And also, if you don't mind, try to have a quiet space where there's not a dog barking and children screaming. I'm so sorry. I know that must be hard, but sometimes I have a problem hearing you. So if you can find a quiet place, if you need to go into the bathroom, I've done that many times when I need to speak on the phone. But besides that, try to have a question that's not a very involved, like, Kim, could you tell me my future? Because that can turn into a whole private reading, and we don't have time to do those things. So sometimes it'll be a question that you ask, or sometimes I'll just zone in to something that has nothing to do with your question. That's how energy works, and when I look at you on the screen and I hear your voice, it brings up some topics that you may need to hear, not necessarily what you may need to know. On our last Facebook Live, we had a woman who had her children in the room, and her sister's dog, who just passed on, came through, and she hadn't told the children yet. So be prepared for any surprises that might come your way.
That's right. It was actually very funny. I mean, that's reality. That's, you're
We're live,
entering
guys.
people's home.
We're live, so there's no other way to do this. So I like to give you the disclaimer right up front. I want to thank everyone who's been writing to me, who loves reading my book, and who said that my book has really opened up a whole new world for them. I cannot tell you how that touches me. That's exactly the intention of writing the book. There's plenty more where that came from, so don't worry, guys. Many said that it went too quickly. Reading my book went too quickly, and you just needed or wanted more. This topic is endless, so there's so much to write about that I haven't even tapped into in a book. So I started you out with the basics. I wanted to demystify the mysterious. I wanted to shed some light on what a medium does, what a channel is, and how this is not all hooky kooky, only for crazy people. Like
It's for us.
Well, you could define crazy, right? Define crazy. But at the same time, letting people know that these are innate gifts that we were born with.
Yeah.
David, you don't do this work, but you certainly can. There are sometimes you tell me things, and I say to you, David, how do you know that? And you're like, I don't know.
The other day, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, all of a sudden I thought to myself, I wonder how John McLaughlin's doing. Okay,
John McLaughlin.
John
really?
McLaughlin from the McLaughlin Report.
Okay.
The next day, he passed away.
That's odd. Okay. Well, that's something that I would say a lot of people are able to do, meaning you can tap into the universal mind. you can tap into something, events that have not happened yet. And time is an illusion. It's not even real in linear time. So in the concept of quantum physics, and I don't want to get too technical here, there's realms and times and spaces that we're able to jump ahead into and see what's there. That's how a lot of psychic mediums or prophets, precognitive intuition, it's jumping ahead. It's looking into the future. So many people get trapped and they get stuck on the fact that we are living in a three-dimensional reality. And in the three-dimensional reality, we have the clock, 24 hours of time. And that's where we get tripped up, thinking, how is this possible? How can we know things before they happen? But if you start to learn a little bit more about science, you will understand more about how energy is not bound by space or time, and how anyone can tap into this energy, the universal minds, the energy that's all around us. And that includes deceased people. And I like to call deceased people, the only part about them that's deceased is their body. That's it. That's the only part that dies. That's the only part of them that decays. The soul is indestructible. It can never be destroyed from physical death or any other way. And the bonds of love are even stronger than that.
I think about the, okay, I wanted to ask you this. Okay, I've known you for a while now, and we're getting questions from Facebook, and one of the questions that came up, which was a question that I wanted to know, is what do you see when you're, what's going on? Is it like a dream? Are you seeing things for real?
Well, that's a good question. I see things in a lot of times like I'm watching a movie. And it's the same way if everybody out there has had a daydream or has imagined their favorite car or their favorite house that they want to buy. And in your mind, you can pretty much picture it and imagine it. And that's how a medium sees things. I see things on the screen in my mind's eye, which is the same screen where you can daydream, you can imagine things, and also you can have visions, psychic visions. There's no difference. There's no difference. This is the screen of our mind where all of these images filter. And it's an interesting way, but I also hear my information, and if anybody who knows me and has seen any of my live events, I actually can see information spelled over people's heads, such as their names and perhaps their children's names.
So it's like a psychic Google Glass.
Somewhat. It can be that way. Yeah, you can look at it that way. But people get tripped up on the three-dimensional reality. And if you can look past that reality and you can understand that not every dimension is 3D,
right,
except this one.
Right. Okay, now, I know that later you've got a special announcement.
I have a special announcement, and I am so excited to share this with everyone that I couldn't do it just from a Facebook post. I wanted to come live, see you guys face to face, or at least you can see my face while I tell you this news, and we'll take it from there. Tune in, don't go anywhere, and we will be taking the Skype readings in a little while. I actually wanted to take some questions. You may never see me in glasses, but this is at that age.
A lot of the questions seem to be very specific, and the questions we're sort of looking for, where we're not doing the readings, is sort of more that anyone can looking for the answer. Yes.
Yes, I have a few questions that I saved.
Good.
And I wanted to start with, if she's watching, I hope she is, Amy Sapphire. I hope you're watching, because this is your question from earlier today. My wife and I have a blended family with 4 kids, and we're currently working on projects from home that will hopefully bring us more financial independence. Are we on the right track? Thank you. That's what she wrote. When I read this post, I cannot even tell you, Amy, the overwhelming excitement that came over my body. The answer is beyond yes. As a matter of fact, what I want to tell you, and maybe there's some way you can write in and validate this or give some feedback, is this information has been circling around you for a very long time to do something from home. Whereas friends might have told you, hey, you know, you should make a business out of that. Or, hey, you can do this job anywhere in the world. Information from other people have been circling around you to tell you this. What my guides told me to tell you, however, is if you don't make a separate part in the home, such as special office, a separate area, I can't tell you, but I see the blended kids and a dog. I just see a lot of chaos, and I don't see you getting too much done if you don't have a separate place in the home. So, Amy, I hope that helps, but more power to you. You are definitely on the right track. You're being divinely guided. I want to say that too. So give me a minute. I'm going to go to another question. I wrote it down. Oh, here we go. Deborah Whiterman. Okay. It's a little bit of a difficult name. Kim, love your series, The Haunting Of. Recently bought your book, loved it too. Would love to hear a message from my daughter who passed away last year. My son and I have been struggling terribly since with unbearable heartache. Hold on, I'm going to open up the rest of the question. Well, I don't even need to read the rest of the question. The first thing that came as an image in my view was a younger girl who keeps telling me not to blame yourself. I keep feeling that this information that you're going over and over and over, I'm picking up, and this is very hard for you to validate since this is from your earlier post, I'm picking up a very strong initial L, as in Lisa or Lorraine or Laura, perhaps an LR. That's somebody that's being called out to in your family, whether it be this your daughter's name or not. I'm not quite sure, but you would know, hopefully. They love to talk about who they're with. And the one thing that I keep hearing is the brother, she's around the brother, keeping him in check. I feel he's very smart, though. He's too smart for his own good. So make no mistake about this, Deborah, this young girl of yours is with your family and never leaves. Make no mistake about that. I also have a post from Jamie Lynn Wagner. I lost my dog Tuck to cancer in June, and my husband and I are beyond heartbroken. It would mean the world to us to be able to connect with him and receive confirmation that we will see him again. Well, now, all I can see with this is a dog with floppy ears, perhaps a golden retriever or one of those beagle dogs. I just know the ears are all floppy. That's Jamie. There is an animal kingdom on the other side. The same way we have an animal kingdom here where we commingle, humans and pets commingle, we have the same energy on the other side. Now, many have reported, especially in readings with me, that the first thing they saw when they had a near-death experience was the first thing they saw was their childhood pet, or any pet, and then their loved ones, and everyone's waiting to greet them home. I can tell you that the one thing I want to say about Tuck is there seemed to have been a growth somewhere in the body, and I keep feeling like I'm all better now. I am. There might have been a digestive issue with Tuck, or something about, I'm sorry to say it like this, but not being able to hold food down, if you know what I mean. And the legs were feeling very achy and tiry, and I just have to say, this dog's running around like a puppy again. And I have a vision on the screen in my mind, and I needed to give you that vision. So I hope that helps. And of course, once we go live with the Skype, I can have a little bit more interaction with you with your answers. And
pretty amazing, the stuff that comes through. Last time we had a lot of amazing moments, very emotional moments as people were calling in, and you don't do private readings anymore, right? Is that true?
That's true. I'm glad you brought that up, David. For those of you who were wondering, My spirit guides told me to preserve my energy. Um, there would be no loss of people to come to see me. Unfortunately, that's the unfortunate truth, as many people lose people every day. I was told that I need to teach this and help people on a bigger level, bigger platform. TV, books, internet. However, I will never, ever, ever stop doing readings altogether. That will never happen. I offer them on my live shows. This is why I do the Skype. And there may be one day I will start going back to taking them, but for now, I've been instructed to make my message bigger, to go out and teach the light workers, not only tell them that I can help them, but that they can learn how to help themselves and how to help others. So I'm very big on teaching the man how to fish, right?
Rather than just handing him a fish.
Rather than just handing him a fish. Although, if I can help give you a reading to get you on that right track, and then your own spirit guides will take it from there, and the whole universe is on your side. Once you decide to do something, your universe conspires to make it happen if everything is for the highest good of all concerned.
Okay, so that's a great segue. And what I want to do is talk about some of your upcoming appearances. You've got, we checked out your website. You want to talk about some of what you're going to be doing?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, I have an event coming up in Lexington, Kentucky, which is Scare Fest. I did this event last year. It was a huge hit. Many fans came out to see me, take a picture, share in a couple of live group readings that I did. Very intimate group readings. They're not that large. And this year, they invited me back to do 2 group readings, and we're calling them seances, but don't get the wrong idea. If anybody who knows me, you know there's nothing scary about me. It's all about healing, love, and light. And also, I will be signing autographs. You can come and stop at my booth if you want to take a trip to Kentucky, or if you don't live far, you can come and see me. I will be speaking to you personally, maybe even giving you a message. A lot of the times when I touch a person, I can't help but receive information for them, so that might happen.
And I've been to your shows. I mean, it's just they're amazing. So if you're in Kentucky so it's 3 days, September 30th through the 2nd, and
it is 3 days, and I have an extremely exciting cruise coming up. I'm doing an excursion, which
love
is
cruising.
Yeah, when my kids were little, that's all we did was cruise. But basically, I have an excursion coming up where you guys can join up to totally swim with the dolphins with me. So how exciting is that? And I've done that before.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much I'll be on the cruise the entire time doing workshops, 2-day workshops. There's other amazing, wonderful practitioners. Lisa Williams, the lady from the UK, the medium that we all know, she'll be on the cruise. There's a lot of presenters that are going to be there. I find it fascinating.
That's amazing.
It will be. It's for anyone who wants to feed their soul.
Or the dolphins.
Or the dolphins. That should be a lot of fun. I remember doing that.
I've swum with dolphins.
I've done it.
It's an amazing thing.
Well, dolphins are very spiritual creatures, and they're way more evolved than we give them credit for. They know. They just know. I believe they know the secrets of the universe, and they're so in tune, and they're loving. They have so much love. So there's the swimming with the dolphins. There's the just seeing me probably live anywhere on the ship, as well as the amazing workshops that I'm doing. I will be doing some personal private readings.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. So pay for the cruise, maybe get a reading.
Well, they can try to sign up for a private reading on the cruise, and many more surprises. I don't want to give it all away, but it will be wonderful.
But we're nearly halfway into this thing. People are champing at the bit to get readings from you. But before we do that, do you want to tell them what's going on? Are you ready to make your announcement?
Oh, okay. Yes. going to say, David, what's going on? My announcement. I hope everybody's tuned in and home from work and maybe putting off having dinner.
Unless they're in California.
Unless you're in California, or eating dinner while you're watching. You guys have been so patient, all the fans of The Haunting of, and I did finally get word from the network that they are going to air the remaining 8 episodes, and perhaps more. They'll be doing a marathon on Saturday, September 10th.
So will be all new episodes
Yes.
for the marathon?
Yes.
Holy cow.
Yes.
That's going to fill up my whole DVR.
Well, hopefully, it'll be a nice day. It starts at Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Eastern
Okay.
Time.
Eastern time. So
Well, check your local listings, guys, because if you're from California, everything may be different. 3 hours behind, so, right, 11 o'clock here.
And you have some good guests this time? What do you got?
Yeah, we have.
That you can tell us, right? You can
if
tell us a little
if
bit.
I even remember, it's been so long. Oh, gosh, I have Eric Roberts.
Wow.
I have Eric Dickerson. I'm forgetting. That'll be a surprise, too.
That's okay. It'll be a surprise.
It doesn't matter. I already filmed the episodes.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
They're all good, and there's 8 of them coming up. So
That's amazing.
You-
Set your DVRs. Kim is going to be doing what she does really well. The Haunting of is a great show. I have worked on it myself with Kim.
yes, David has worked on it. So that's how we met. So
That's right.
So the show. The lineup, I don't want to give wrong information because I don't know which order they'll air,
Right.
but they have it all planned out. So maybe if you go on LMN website, you can see it if it's posted yet. It may be a little bit too early, but I'm very, very thankful that everybody's been rallying. I even heard that there was a Facebook page created by my fans where they rallied together and they started writing letters.
Your fans are the greatest.
They're the greatest. This is why I'm doing this too. I can't do any of this without them. But they've been calling the network, writing the network, and they have been diligent. I just found this out.
That's
And
amazing.
I hope that maybe that was encouraging to the network to have them move this along and to just maybe push up having a decision.
It's a great thing. Meanwhile, when we talked about making sure that your fans got to see a little bit of you and to connect a little bit, this is why we did this. And we're
Right,
doing- and
right.
So,
Right.
but now, just a couple weeks away.
And LMN said they're going to heavily promote the season and the marathon.
Tell your friends.
Yeah, so that's cool. They'll be heavily promoting it. This is what they told me, so we'll see. If not, I'll be heavily promoting it, only to let everybody who's been patiently waiting
Yeah.
know that this is coming. As far as ordering new episodes, I am just assuming that if it's a success and many people tune in, I think we'll just take it from there and let the universe make its decision. I'm on board if they are, but we'll see. If not, if there's another plan, then you'll hear about it. Trust me.
Okay, so we are going to take a quick break while we set up our Skype. This will take just a couple of seconds. Stay with us.
Don't go anywhere.
Hi.
Forgive us, this is
Not a
a
problem.
work in progress, as you can see.
Okay, we are on with Lori.
Hi, Lori. What is your
Hi.
question? I can't see you, but that's okay. I can hear you.
My husband passed away 3 years ago, and I'm in the process of trying to move. And I'd like to know if he's got a hand in this and if I'm going to get the house that I'm looking at.
Okay. The first thing I saw was you're looking to move closer to people you know.
Yes.
That's what he. I do feel I have him here, because he's. That's the first thing I heard is bringing it back to not being so lonely or far away from family and friends. So that obviously means he has a hand in this. There is so many benefits to where you're thinking of moving for you and for your future. And you're thinking it's for one reason, but in the end, you're really going to be moving to this place because there's somebody there you will be meeting. And I'm not sure if it's work related or personal relationship, but it doesn't matter. That is what your heart is telling you to do, and they're infiltrating from the other side to give you this message. So I would already start packing and do it as if it's already done, because this other place that you're hoping to get,
Yes.
somebody else's misfortune will wind up being your fortune. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yes, it does.
So I feel like you're going to get a very good price on it. There feels like very old energy in this place that you're moving to. Okay, so I don't know if it's a very old home, very old land, but it's not new construction from what I could see.
No, it's an older house, about 10 years old.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of history there, and good energy. So I say, Lori, go for it. You go for it, girl.
I've been packing for the last 2.5 months. I actually close on my house next week. I'm just concerned about the approval going through on the house that I'm currently looking at.
Well, they're
'Cause
telling me that at the last minute something's going to unusually happen. Let me give you an example. Two people are bidding for the same house. That person cannot get the mortgage, but you can. So you see what I'm saying?
Yes, I actually looked to a rental property for a time being,
Until you get that house.
and until I can get something different. Yes,
Okay. Just
and I'm worried about getting into the rental,
You're worried about what, hon?
getting into the rental property.
No, I don't see you there long, so don't sign a very, very long lease.
Okay.
I don't even see you there more than a year.
All right.
Okay?
And one more question.
And the
real
name
quick.
A is very much all around you, Lori. A. Like,
My daughter's name is Ashley,
very good. That's,
and she just moved back in with me.
well, I'm sure that's why your husband's bringing it up, honey.
Thank you.
And when you move, I don't see her living with you long term either.
And she's got 3 years left in high school, so
Okay, all right. It looks like everything's according to plan, but thank you for calling. We want to get to the next caller. God bless you, hon.
God bless you. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Okay. Maybe we'll get somebody with a, oh, we got the spinning wheel of death on here, Ken.
What does that mean?
Well, you know, when the Mac starts to spin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it
Well,
happens.
we'll be patient if you guys are.
This is what happens when you're live, folks. All right, let's see. Here we go. Boom. Boom. Hello? You know what? There's like 1 million people calling in.
Yeah, and I see you clicking on the answer button, but it's just going to the next screen.
Yeah. I'm sorry, folks. You know, when we did this the first time, we had thousands of people watching, and right now I would tell you that we have nearly 1,000 people who are watching live. So,
Okay,
you know,
can you click on them?
yeah, I'm going to work
If
on
not,
it.
I'm going to take a question from what
Sure.
people are typing.
Yes. People are seeking signs to know if their parents are still with them. We're getting a lot like that. How can you tell if someone is still with you?
Oh boy, the spirit world sends signs. So many people, like myself, receive coins. I receive dimes. I've seen a lot of people mention that on the post that they receive dimes, pennies. Why not $100 bills, right? We're all looking for that. But the coins are very big with the spirit world, and I get them myself from my dad. Please look for that. Look for a lot of messages from, believe it or not, any kind of flying objects like ladybugs, butterflies, dragonflies. I want to just clarify that your loved one is not the bug. The loved one influences the flying creature to come your way, to knock on your window, to sit on your tree in your yard, right facing you. So please look for the signs. They're all around. All you have to do is open your eyes.
Okay, we've got a caller.
Hi there.
Hello,
What's your name?
Donna.
Hi, Donna. I could see you.
Good, good.
Yes.
I can see you guys.
How can I help you?
Oh, I've been trying to see you and talk to you for a while now. I just am wondering, what you see around me. I've had some loss in my life and just kind of curious. Never got a lot of closure on some of it.
Okay, Donna. I do see a father energy or an older man around you. Very, very clear. He feels like father. Did you have a stepfather as well?
No.
Because I get two father figures around you in your life. So there were two fatherly influences. Does that
Well,
make
maybe-
sense to you?
Could be my husband's father, too.
Well, one is past. I don't know about the other one. I only have one in spirit. So does that help you any?
Maybe.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to establish who I'm seeing around you. I'm also seeing a girl or a young woman who died of cancer that went through her blood. Okay, does that make sense? Do you know who that might be? Just yes or no is fine.
No.
Okay, I'm not quite sure if I'm connecting to you with you, but I think I am because that's what my spirit guides told me. They said stick with her. That to take the person you're hoping to hear from out of your mind and think about maybe this other people that you're not thinking of this person. So just let me know if that's correct, Donna. Are you hoping to hear from one particular person?
Yeah, one or two.
That's what I thought, because this woman keeps coming in as someone that she's talking about the other D in your family besides you. So do you have like a sister with a D or mother with a D?
No, an aunt or, as a girl, as a woman figure?
The closest other D to you, it's like Debbie, Dorothy. It's like, it's not your name though. Does that make sense?
No.
The lady who's coming through with cancer died young. She said that it went through her bloodstream like a leukemia. And she said that she knows the other D in your family. So that is the message. If you didn't want to ask a message, that's the message you're getting.
Okay, it could be my aunt. I mean, my aunt has the same name as I do, with a D.
Well, they're telling me it's a variation. It's not Donna. So that's not it. I have to stay true to spirit. So you may hang up and say, oh my goodness, my brother is Daniel. I just want to give you an example. Okay?
Well, I do have a brother with a D.
Yeah, see, sweetie, come on.
I thought you were looking for a female,
No,
woman.
honey, no. So that is why they keep telling me, stick with what we tell you. I have to trust spirit. Even though you're not understanding it, spirit knows what they're saying.
I've seen this
Okay.
so often with you.
So, Donna, just for the audience's sake, what is your brother's name? Is it Don? Dennis?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very cool. Because they said when you said, they said it's not her name, the other family member, right close to you. Okay, so P.S., this young girl is connected to your brother.
Okay.
And I don't know that you're very close to your brother. It could be that he moved away far or he just has a very different lifestyle from you right now. But I'm supposed to tell you that they're praying for Dennis from the other side. For his, the habits that he keeps and they're praying for him to stop some kind of habit that's not healthy for him.
Okay.
So I want to leave you with that. That's, I hope you understand that. And if you don't, please tell it to Dennis.
I will. Okay.
Thanks for calling in. I'm glad she got in.
All right.
Okay,
So
thank you.
far, so good.
Bye-bye.
Okay,
Bye.
we are going to come back now.
This is a spirit demonstration, guys. I have to honor spirit, and I hope every medium out there does this, and I hope that I am encouraging you to honor what spirit gives you, and don't worry if they tell you the answer is wrong.
I've seen you do this
I know you have.
1,000 times. It's like, no, it's really this thing. And it's like, and even with me, I was like, no, I don't have anybody like, oh, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have to honor that.
I
So
thought for sure you were a female looking for a woman. That's why it went
no,
over my head.
no offense, sweetie. This is a teaching moment. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, moving on. This is like, I have never seen.
Well, are we still connected with her right now?
No, right now we are not. So we're moving on. Okay, so let's see who the next call is going to be. It was last time we did this. It was very smooth. But now we have so many people calling in.
Well, listen, I'll be patient. I hope you guys are patient. We'll get to you.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, let's
I'm
see.
sure
who
we'll
we've
grab
got.
one as it's coming in.
Right. Looks like someone's coming in.
Hi,
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hello. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Hi. We're here with you
Hi.
and Kim.
What is your name?
Hi, Kim. Marianne.
Hi, Marianne. How can I help
Wow.
you?
Got through.
A lot of dogs these days.
Marianne looks like she's green. Are you feeling a little green today?
I'm
Turn on a
looking
light.
at green background.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. It looks like the screen is on frozen. Do you have a live camera? Otherwise, just tell me your question. I'll see if I can help you.
I'm just wondering, if you see anything around me. I have some health issues, and I lost my job, and I'm kind of worried.
Okay, give me a second, because I'm scanning you, just based on your energy. I have to work off the energy of your voice, since your picture is a little blurred there. Okay, Marianne, do you have fibromyalgia? Do you know what that is?
I do know what that is. I was not diagnosed with that, but my doctor does think I have tendonitis.
Mm. They keep showing me your joints and a lot of inflammation, okay?
Yeah.
I don't only see it in one area. I see it all over, actually. In different days is different places. I see there's a lot of food allergies you have. So I am a medical intuitive, but of course I'm not a doctor, so please, disclaimer, always get treated and seen by your medical doctor. So the first thing I wanted to tell you is a lot of it's food allergies, and a lot of it is, it may even be what you're not eating. I think you have a lot of deficiencies going on in your blood work. So that's number one. Are you aware of that? When was your last blood work?
Probably about a year ago.
Okay. Vitamin D is very low from what I'm looking at, and I keep being told to tell you, and I know you probably don't have a lot of strength to do yoga, but I feel that will help you very much. I'm being told to tell you that. I have a grandmother coming through from spirit. She lived with you guys or was close to your family. That's what she's telling me. She watches over you very closely. She said that you had an unfortunate situation where you had to either move back home or you had to go backwards, take a step back in life, and it's sort of getting you down. I'm not sure what that means, but that's what she's telling me. But she also said that you have to try to find a different type of a job where it's not going to create so much fatigue on your body and stress. Because I just feel like you were either standing too much or it was too taxing on your physical body, and a lot of stress from people where you worked. You may not understand what I'm about to say, but they're telling me that losing that job was a blessing for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It really was a blessing. So be open to new opportunities that I see coming your way, but be open to them and don't think that this is the end of the road for you. Because I feel like I see you getting depressed over all this, and it's very important to keep a good, upbeat attitude. Don't go into a depression like your grandmother said, like you always did in the past. Because when you get in that dark hole, it's very hard to get you out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Marianne, please join a yoga group. I need you to meet friends right now. I need you to be part of a group. That's what your grandmother keeps telling me. You need to be part of a group to keep you in a light-hearted place. And it's good for your bones, your joints, your tendons, and everything like that. So I wish you all the luck, and I'm really not worried. I just hope you take that advice.
Thank you.
God bless you, honey.
Thanks, you too.
Okay, that was great. We are going to try to get somebody else now. Let's see. Okay. This is, it's really amazing, Kim. We have so many people watching, and it is definitely...
I keep seeing a lot of the same faces coming across the screen, though.
Yep.
So I can't understand why they can't get through.
Well, they're trying. They're trying. Okay, hold on. Give it a shot. What, just in general, when you're giving a reading like this, what are you seeing, and when you're giving this advice,
Yes.
where is that coming from?
Well, it starts to filter through me, and then I have to stop and think, oh, am I reading her energy? And then all of a sudden, with that last lady, an older lady came in, showed me how much she watches over her, and I saw this lady in my mind, and she actually started talking to me, telling me that she knows her routine, and she's worried about her. So she used my voice to tell Marianne, don't let yourself go to that place, because it's very hard for her to get out. It actually can take some years to come out of that. And so she's not there, and I don't want her to go there, but she's headed there.
Depression can be debilitating
It
for
can be,
anybody, and I
unfortunately.
think just in general, that kind of advice to get yourself exercising, get yourself moving, and don't sit at home.
And she needs to be around people right now. So the yoga thing that's what I was being shown she needed to do.
Yeah, and it doesn't hurt to find someone to talk to, whether it's a professional or, All right.
Well, I can't.
You can't do that.
I can't filter the message. The message is what they tell me.
Okay, our Skype is really, wow, this is like crazy.
All right. Well, can you reset it?
Yes,
And
that's what I'm
shut it
doing right
and
now.
Open it again. Sorry, guys.
That's what I'm doing. That's exactly
I have no
what I'm doing.
control over this.
Let's talk about the book, because people can get your book through.
Well, they can get a signed copy through my only through my website at kimthehappymedium.com. You can get a non-signed copy at any retailers where books are sold. A lot of people hope that they come to my live shows and they're able to get me to sign the book. Unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't work that way if you don't get that meet and greet portion of the show. So any other way that you're able to get the book is on my website, on my store, kimthehappymedium.com, and I personally sign it, and we mail it right out to you. So if your heart has been telling you to pick up this book for some reason, that's how Spirit speaks to us. Sometimes we're just drawn to certain things and we don't know why we're drawn to them.
And you can get it signed through your website, right? kimthehappymedium.com.
.com, yes. And hopefully we could get to some other questions here or some other Skype callers.
I got to tell you, we are over. It's telling me we have like 1,000 people trying to Skype.
Listen,
right
I
now.
understand that, but does that mean we can't grab them?
Well, we're trying. I don't think Skype knew that. I don't think Skype's ever seen anything like this before.
I'm sure they have. Come on, David. Now, what I want to do is I want to take another question from the news feed.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do that right now. David, are they able to hear me?
Yeah, they should hear you.
Oh, well, I think I just got someone from Skype.
I think you did. Hello.
Hello.
Aha.
Hi.
Hi.
Sit back so we can see your face.
Oh, okay. Could you sit back so we can see you?
Okay.
What did they just did something? I was hearing them. Now.
Hi.
Oh,
Can you
hi.
how are you? I'm so excited.
Oh, now I can hear you very clear.
Oh, great, great.
We don't see you though. You want to turn your camera on?
What
Do I
is your
have the camera on?
What is your name?
My name is Elisa.
Elisa?
Yes, it is.
Okay, great. What is your question, Elisa?
Well, I'm here with my daughter, and I wanted to know if Spirit had any messages about her love life.
How old's your daughter?
Oh, how old's your daughter, Dave says.
28.
Okay, can I just have her first name? Because I cannot see her. I don't see you.
Okay, I'm going to put her on. Shani, S-H-A-N-I.
S-H-A-N-I? Shani. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to work off your voices because I don't see a picture.
Oh, and
I just want to point out, dogs are very sensitive to energy.
Oh, okay. I'm moving in another room. Shani, come
No,
here.
no, I just want to say that it's no coincidence that on cue the dog barks. Do you get
Oh,
that?
okay.
They know the energy. They can sense it. So let's connect right now. Okay. Okay, can Shani hear me?
Yes.
Shani, let me just tell you what I'm being told.
Okay.
There's an energy in your space that even though you think you let go of them, you're still somewhat connected to this person. Is this like a person from your past that you can't seem to shake? Are you aware of who I'm speaking of?
No.
Okay. There's some blockage there. I keep sensing a blockage. When I look at energy, the heart is either wide open or it's blocked. And to me, they keep telling me that we have to remove the blockage. I'm going to tell you what I do see, though, and hopefully this can help you. I see what looks to me like some sort of campus, educational facility, and I see you walking outside this campus, and it looks like a park with a path. So I don't know if this is a place that you jog or you walk or you frequent quite a bit. But it has a path, and there's a lot of trees. And I see you coming into contact with this person this may sound really silly, but it may even be a dog park, because I just saw a lot of dogs around. So it's a place where people walk their dogs quite a bit. And I actually see you running into the same person, like consecutively, and then all of a sudden I see you guys striking up a conversation. I'm not really sensing that you met the right person yet, to be honest with you. So I want to make that very clear to you. That's how I'm sensing it. But do you have any specific questions other than the vision that I see? And I actually can tell you, you're in a very transitional phase of your life. It's like you're at a standstill.
Okay.
Does it feel like that to you right now? Like nothing's happening? Love wise, I mean.
Not necessarily. No, it was like a few weeks ago.
Say that again? Oh,
It was like a few weeks ago.
so then what does that mean? You met somebody?
Kind of.
Okay, that's exactly why my message is what it was. When they just said to me, you didn't meet him yet, or you didn't meet that person yet, that's exactly your clue. So
Okay.
if you know him a few weeks, I don't want to burst your bubble. I will only tell the truth. I will never sugarcoat it. I just see this fizzling due to a circumstance. Now that circumstance could mean he's moving, he's leaving, he loses interest. It fizzles out.
Okay.
So please understand that's exactly why they said what they said. But let it play out. I would never tell you this information and then tell you not to pick up their phone calls any longer. Let this play out naturally, but you asked, so I told you, and I looked, and the person that I'm seeing is very much on the same level as you, that you have a lot of the same likes, a lot of the same enjoyments, is a very, very quiet person though, very shy, and would never really start a conversation with you. You were going to start the conversation, which is a little bit unusual, but that's how I see it happening.
Okay.
Shawnee, I also feel if it's not you, it's your mother Elisa. My foot is hurting me right now, so I don't know if one of you has heel spurs or a toe that currently hurts. There's something wrong with one of your feet.
Not my feet, my knee. I have issues with my knees.
Is this Elisa saying this?
Yes.
The only thing I could tell you is, and I don't want to make it fit, if it's shooting down to your foot. So it's not the knee. I would get it in my knee. Be watchful of your toes, your heel of your foot, and I have to just give you that. It's because I'm feeling it in my foot.
Okay.
All right. Good luck to you guys. I hope that helped.
So
Thank
much.
you.
Love you.
Thank you guys. And I just want to tell everybody that sometimes when I give a reading or a message, it may not really mean anything to you at the time because it hasn't unfolded. But I get emails all the time telling me that, and I don't remember what I say during a reading. I actually remember what I say in my real life. Because people mistake that they think I have a bad memory and they think that I don't remember things when they tell it to me. And that is true during a reading.
Okay, now you explain to me why that is. Can you explain that?
Sure. Oh, that's easy to explain. Because during a reading, the information is not being processed by my mind. It's filtering through me and out. So I don't absorb it, I don't take it on as my own, and I don't analyze it. There's no analyzing. So it's just like water coming through a faucet. That water that's spilt out of that faucet can never go back into that faucet. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah,
That's how I see it. That's how I like to explain it to everyone.
got it.
How are we
Okay.
doing on the Skype? Anybody else able to connect?
Yeah, we're gonna try somebody else. I'm trying something new.
Oh, I
here.
just heard someone.
You did? Somebody there?
It went away.
They went away.
You might still have me. I don't know.
Hi,
Oh,
Elisa.
I don't think you hung up yet.
What do I do?
Just hit the little button. All right, hold on. Let's go back.
Maybe
to
that's
Skype.
why, David. They're not hanging up, and you're not able to disconnect it because I do see that spinning wheel.
Yeah, I got the spinning wheel.
Can you
the-
restart it?
Yep, I'm doing that again. Yeah, I
Sorry.
get a non-response.
Getting a little-
No, that's okay.
I'm a
It
little
didn't-
horrified right now.
You know, we're doing something that not a lot of people are doing right now. Certainly not a lot of psychic mediums are not doing this
No,
right
but
now.
I'm just getting a little impatient myself.
I hear you.
Because Spirit is getting excited, so.
Well, the spirits are going to have to help us with our. Here we go. Somebody coming up.
Who's there?
There we go.
Hello there.
Okay, turn down your computer sound.
Now my computer sound. Okay, how's that?
Better.
Okay.
Welcome
Hello.
aboard.
This woman is frozen on the screen. Is that,
We have
Why
the
is that?
connection.
what is your name, ma'am?
My name is Irene. Irene,
Hi, Irene.
hello.
If you might be hearing me, like, in an
Echo.
echo,
Yes.
so you don't have to answer me twice. Irene, what is your question?
Ever since I was a little girl, I've always had this issue with death. And I'm 60 years old now, and I can still get myself up in a tizzy about worrying about what there is when I die. I go to church faithfully. I believe in God, but there's always that little bit of doubting Thomas in me that scares me
Okay,
to where I could literally get sick.
I
And
understand.
I was just wondering if there was anything that you can tell me that would give me some sort of validation that I don't have to worry about it.
Okay. First thing I want to ask you is, did you read my book?
Not yet. I have not been able to get out to get it.
That's okay. I understand. The only reason I say this is because I take you from the beginning of my journey as a skeptic to where I am now. And that journey, I resisted, and I resisted on every angle. I resisted in my faith. I resisted in my religion. I just really was lost. And I don't say I have all the answers, but I found my own truth. And I think that when you read what I wrote about life and about everything that makes sense, I think it'll resonate with your soul. But what I want to say to you, Eileen, is as I'm speaking to you, is there someone in your family that had either one arm shorter than the other or one leg shorter than the other? I keep seeing a person like this coming into my vision. Do you know who that might be?
Not offhand.
Okay. I also want to say to you, who in your family or very connected to you was a clergy member, someone who worked in a church, a lector, someone who collected the money, someone who gave the Eucharist, someone who was a priest, someone who was a nun? There's somebody around you that was of godly. They dedicated their life to the church. Who is this person?
I don't know if there was anybody, but I am very involved in my church.
Okay. Do you give, you know, are you a lector? Do you hand the baskets out? What is your
Yes.
role?
I I actually do the video. I am a lector at the church. I teach Bible study classes.
That's it, hon. There's somebody coming through that knows you from the church. They gave me the whole vision of what you do. What they kept showing me, lector, talk about being a lector. They showed me you handing the basket, or and you even go as far as the Bible study.
Okay.
There's okay, I'm getting the number 5. So are you in this church 5 years?
No,
January,
I've
March,
been
April, May.
with this church since
Okay.
1985.
85. Okay, there's your 5.
Okay, here's the 5.
There you go, hon. Because I might have heard the tail end of what they just said to me. And they know you from back when. I have a man here and a woman here. The woman is not your relative. She died of breast cancer or lung cancer. She's going all in the chest. She said there was a fundraiser for her. She said everybody built up, gathered together and helped her. This isn't recent. This looks like a little bit time ago. Go back a little bit in your minds, since you've been there that long. And she keeps talking about everybody cooked meals for her or her family. She's so thankful for you. And then she talked about the pastor who was so wonderful, the preacher, the person that preaches in your church, and then he needed to leave. He had to go, and everybody it was so sad. Like you had to get used to this new preacher or pastor. So I don't know when that happened, but she remembers that.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
She said that this happened after she passed away. She's also talking about Robert. Who is that, honey, in your life? Robert. Bob.
That's my husband.
Bob. Robert. Okay. So that your husband?
Yes.
Okay. Irene, she knows your husband and she knows you. So she's laughing. She thinks this is the funniest thing. And also she told me that there were 2 deaths close together. It was her and another man. So I'm not quite sure if it's her and her husband or her and another man in your church. But she keeps talking about what the church teaches you, and what you teach in Bible study is God promised eternal life. And you need to live by God's promises. Whether you believe a psychic telling you this, the church that tells you this, or your own heart and soul that innately feels it. And there's somebody in your family that I feel that gave you wrong information about being a sinner, and you're always wondering if you're a sinner, or will I go there where I'm supposed to go? And they're laughing and they're saying, oh, if she only knew the truth of the light.
Well, I feel like a hypocrite sometimes.
Well, that's exactly why I just said what I said.
Thank you.
That's exactly why they said that, is you're the one that needs the proof. I think based on what I just told you, there was a lot of truth in what was just talked to you about from this woman. She knew everything about you. She even knew your husband's name is Bob. You have a son who's a cop or a military?
My husband is a cop, a retired police officer.
This looks like your father-in-law now.
My father-in-law
Yep.
is a firefighter.
I'm supposed to talk about him for some reason, and there's somebody coming in from your husband's side of the family, and they're watching over your husband. I don't know what happened to his rotator cuff on his shoulder.
Yes.
They told me to tell you that they know about it. You tell me if that makes sense.
On my husband?
That's what I'm pretty sure that's what they're talking about.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure we weren't talking about my father-in-law. Yes, my husband. Okay.
Does he have a rotator cuff issue?
He did from high school.
All right. Just you tell me, Irene. Would you like me to ask them for a social security number?
Yes. Would you please? Give me the last four numbers.
Darling, I can't wait to see your face when you get there because you're just going to be overwhelmed with love and joy and awe.
Oh.
I thank you so much. I saw you in New Jersey. I was one of the last people to leave a message on your machine when your husband called and said that you were suspending your live readings. And I actually got to speak with him, so I'm a little disappointed because I did want to come see you.
Well, I don't think there are any coincidences. You see how big of a problem David's having connecting to a Skype caller, and you just happen to get through.
Yeah,
so
just right through.
I think you have a lot of angels watching over you. I think you're very blessed, my dear.
I know God is there, but yet even still, there's so many times that I know that there are things that are going to happen, and then they happen, and obviously, I do need to read your book, and I do believe that I need to be one of those people that you need to teach to use the gift.
Very good. I hope that we can have that opportunity one day. I really hope that you can be one of my students because the best person to learn from is a skeptical one, and I certainly was one. If I didn't do this work, I don't know if I'd believe it, but I do it, so I know it's real. Thank you. Thank you, Irene. I'm so happy to talk to you.
Thank you very much.
God bless you, hon.
Bye-bye. Goodbye, David.
Bye. Thanks, Irene. I have to tell you, I'm the biggest skeptic there is. I don't believe this stuff as it happens. And then you say stuff, and I sit here, and I'm laughing because I'm watching you do it.
Right. Her husband's Robert. He's a firefighter. He had a rotator cuff issue in high school.
You know.
She's a lector. She hands the basket.
Clearly, you must have Googled her before she called.
I don't even know who this woman is, but she's a sweetheart. I'm happy she got through.
You know, you could do something with this. I think you got some talent here.
Maybe I'll take it on the road.
Yeah, maybe you take it on the road. It's been an hour. A little over an hour, actually, and we went over a little bit because we were having so much trouble with the
difficulty.
Skype.
I apologize, guys.
Yes, me too.
If I can help it, it's not happening again. I'm really sorry.
Well, you know, I'm just going to have to kick up the broadband and pay for a little bit of extra from Verizon. We're pretty high up. I mean, we got a tremendous amount of broadband, but you know, you're really popular, Kim.
Listen, I have no words as far as, you know, when Spirit's around, it's always a miraculous event. You know, no matter where I am, what platform, how it goes. I love connecting with people. I love to teach. That's my favorite thing in the world. I think that's really my gift, is even through the readings, I like to teach through demonstration. And it's just like people like Irene. The biggest fear that everyone has, and I always say this, and listen up, people, because this is an important point. Every single fear we have connects to the fear of dying and death. David, if I say, what's your biggest fear, David? Be honest.
That the technical things would completely
that could be the death of us, but no, that's not your biggest fear. Come on.
Listen, look, right now in my family, there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm not going to go into it, but
no,
you know, you think about health, you think about
do you have a phobia? You know, like I'm going to be honest. I'm afraid of heights.
I used to think I was afraid of heights. The truth was, I realized I was afraid of falling from heights.
Well, that's my point. This is why I'm bringing this up. What can happen if you fall? You die. So when you realize that every fear is connected to fear of dying, break it down, people. It's very simple math. When you realize through a medium that the only thing that really ever can die is the physical three-dimensional body, the cage. I call it the cage. I always like to compare it as a little bird in a cage, and the bird is the soul. And once it's free and flies out of the cage, it doesn't need the cage anymore because it's free to fly. That's how it is with us. Our souls are free to fly once we leave the cage. And basically, if you can just understand that, and there is no death, death does not exist in the way that we think it does, then we won't have as many fears. When we know we'll reconvene and reunite with our loved ones, our pets, anything that's connected through love can never die. It exists eternally throughout any dimension. It doesn't matter what dimension, but you will find each other's souls again. And people want to know, how will I recognize my loved one? Love has many faces, and the heart can always tell. And you won't have a physical heart, but you'll have the soul consciousness, and that's who you really are. We don't love with our physical heart, people. Maybe you think we do. That's just like a metaphor. That just keeps the body pumping. We love with our being, okay? And sometimes love hurts, and it hurts when we lose them. I'm human. I have a lot of people on the other side that I need mediums to tell me they're okay. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I could connect with them, and sometimes I can't stay objective because sometimes I think that maybe that's what I wanted my consciousness to believe.
You've said to me the one person you can't read is yourself.
I can read certain aspects of my life. My guides give me hints. They give me thoughts. They give me glimpses of things. But I, like everyone else, have to live in the human body. I have to create my faith. I have to live based on faith. I'm human still. We're all human. So
you can't tell who's going to win the election. You can't, these are not.
I know who's going to win the election. So I'm not getting into any politics.
No, we're not going to get into politics here. You know, it's funny. I have somebody I'm very close to, who I love very dearly, who does not believe that there is something after we die. It's like, when you're dead, and that's it. And I'm like, well, what are you going to do when you get there and suddenly, here's everybody you loved, and he'll say, okay, I was wrong.
Well, because
that'd be better that way.
We're seeing every single thing through the three-dimensional perspective. The perception that this is all we can see. I can only see left, I can only see right, I can only see straight ahead. This is all I know. When a medium rises out of their body and they're able to go to different realms and they're able to see these people and hear these people and bring back messages from other planets and other dimensions and talk about people's dead pets. I'm sorry, I can never have these many good guesses. The odds aren't even there.
Listen, you nailed my wife's, the first time we met, you nailed my wife's name, Rachel. You said, hey, your grandmother says to say hello to Rachel and to Helen or Ellen. So you got my wife's name, you got my mom's name. You blew me away. You told me about a watch
make this stuff up.
That my grandfather gave me that I didn't know about. And I went to my dad. I said, Dad, did your dad leave me a watch? He goes, huh, I forgot all about it. Yeah. And you told me that. It was nuts. It was nuts. It's like...
The other side wants you to claim what's yours.
I got it. He gave it. He finally gave it.
That's awesome, David. That's awesome. But I'm not here to really prove anything unless you found this page, you found me, you found my TV show, you found my book. Maybe I have a message that you need to hear. Sometimes it's one thing that one person says that can change your whole life. It's happened to me. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart for tuning in.
Thank you for coming.
I'm
Thank you for being
very
here.
thrilled. I really do hope to do this again.
This was fun.
I might just come to you from my kitchen table the next time. I don't know. I probably will. We may not be able to do the Skype thing. I'm going to try my best to read people, see people, talk to people, and even teach via the internet. I really do want to do this again. Stay tuned for more Facebook posts, for more live events, and sign up for my newsletter on my website, kimthehappymedium.com. It will keep you up to date on everything I'm doing. I write inspirational blogs when Spirit tells me to. They tell me what topic to pick, and they tell me to go out and teach. So I do what they tell me, and I thank you for joining us. Till next time, God bless and be safe.
Thanks very much, everybody.